Howdy class, it's Mr. Sandberg and my YouTube singable voice, because if I tried to sing up here like this is my real voice. I can do that, but it kind of hurts sometimes. Anyway, oh yeah. So here we are. Oh yeah. So let's do a bit of review. I'll go ahead and start here and use my regular voice for this. And you should have done, and if you've not done, you will need to stop right now. I don't need this. You will need to stop right now and do a quick written warm-up that should already be present in Canvas. So go ahead and do that right now, and then come back and do this part afterwards. Ready, go. All right, so if you have come this far, that means you have done the written warm-up. If you haven't, do it right now. But for the rest of you that have, let's go ahead and get started today. We're going to review our note names using solfege. Okay, so we're going to start here. Okay, starting in low do. Let's go ahead and do those hand signs right now. And let's see if you can beat me to them. Not like crazy beat me, just be one ahead. Okay, so here's do. Where's the next one? And the next one. Hopefully you're beating me. Next one. Next one. And the last one. Very good. Nicely done. Are you here? If not, let's make sure and use this full range from here to here, okay? Let's go do down and watch. Watch these places where the half steps are. Let me get this other real quick. Okay. Watch the places where the half steps are. Okay. Do to ti below it, and then fa to mi below it. Here we go. Ready? Do. So I'm going to take one hand down. Do you see that movement right there? Where's the next one? See if you can beat me to it. Very good. Go to the next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. And the last one. All right. Very good. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and sing those, please. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. How did you do there? Watch again, not only with your hands, but with your voice, these two little smaller spots. If you were really climbing a ladder that was fashioned just like that, my hope is that you would spend your time being careful to climb that ladder. And so in the same way, I want you to be careful to climb the ladder with your voice just like that, okay? So make sure that you don't overshoot them. Here we go. 1, 2, go. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, so if you need to use bigger hand signs to get your voice to move a little bit more, that has worked a lot really well with my students in the past. So feel free to get your hands really high and really low if you feel like you need to like really bump it up and maybe exaggerate some hand movements, okay? So what does it sound like to be out of tune? We've talked about this before, and I've mentioned it in class. So let's go back to the bullseye here, and I want you to hear what it's going to sound like when I sing out of tune again. And then I'm going to also sing the scales out of tune as well, okay? So I'm going to start here and do, there we go, that, okay? Here we go. Do. So hopefully you heard those bumps in the sound, waves, beats in the sounds, if you will. Okay? So what I didn't ask you to do was to raise your hand when I was out of tune and then put it down when I went in tune. You've done that before, so hopefully you remembered, oh, he's out of tune and he's back in tune. Okay? So now let's do the same, a different pitch and go a different direction. By the way, what direction did I go there right now? Was that flat or sharp? And hopefully you chose sharp. All right, so here we go. New pitch. Again, starting here. Where's my big stick of pain? There we go. So I'm starting at the bullseye. Do.
So when I go out of tune, you should be hearing, right? You should hear me, and it should get faster the farther away I get from them. All right? So good. That's going to be huge. And so if I were to sing that scale, do, re, mi, fa. Do you hear that there? 5, overshooting it, so I need to drop it down. Okay? Now, some people, I have heard some people, even in our class, not go far up. So they go, do, re, mi, fa. And some people, they seem to have such a high voice that it's like, okay, so singing doesn't necessarily mean high or low. It means sustained pitch. Okay, so finding that sustained pitch. Okay, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Now watch this one, do, ti, do. So make sure you don't overshoot or don't, ti, do. And you're like just underneath it. I don't know which one's worse. They're both horribly awful to me to be out of tune. Just for my own personal taste, obviously. You don't buy music where people are like, you're older than you've ever been, and now you're even older, and now you're even older, and now you're even older. You're older than you've ever been, and now you're even older. Now you're older still. Right? You have people that sing in tune. That's a big deal, all right? All right, so now let's get to our game today. And we're going to be doing, as you can see in the background, do, do, ti. And we're going to be doing that half step, do, do, ti. Okay? So here we go. Ready? Do, let's practice 2 times. My turn, your turn. Do, do, ti. Do, do, ti. And if you listen, when you go to those 2 notes on the keyboard, those are the closest 2 notes. Well, any 2 notes that are close to each other are the closest possible sounds you can have. Right? All right, so now let's go ahead and do that game. I'm going to insert that pattern in 3 different times. Okay? So I'm not going to do, because it's an unusual game today, right? So here we go. Ready? Game is on. Do, do, re. And I'll pause in between each one, and there should be a little box that pops up that says, forbidden pattern, yes or no. And you should choose no on that one. Okay? There might be some, there'll be 3, or you'll have to answer yes. All right, here we go. Ready? Again, this is number 2. Do, re, do. Do, ti, do. Do, do, ti. Do, ti, la. La, sol, la. La, ti, do. Do, do, do. Do, re, mi. So, mi, so. And watch the distance between those 2 notes. So, mi, so. It's look how far away it is. So, fa, mi, fa, so. So, mi, so. La, ti, do. Do, do, do. Do, ti, do. Do, ti, ti. Do, do, do. Do, do, ti. La, ti, do. Do, re, re. And remember, we're not saying re, re, that diphthong thing. we're doing re, as in red, with a little R roll. Re, 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 right? Do, re, re, do, ti, do, do, ti. Well, I hope you did well on that one. Make sure you go back and try those again if you have trouble with those or not quite matching the same pitch. Okay, so now what we're going to do is follow the hand, and this is going to be interesting because I'm going to want to help you out along the way. I'm going to sing pitches every now and then, and I want you to take charge to find out if you are ascending the intervals properly, okay? So if I hit a pitch, if I'm like, do, fa, hopefully you match that pitch, okay? I'm not gonna go that fast, but the goal is the same. I'm gonna fit in notes every now and then, just as markers to see if you are at the right spot, if you're using your hands appropriately, using your voice appropriately, okay? So here we are. Do, ready, 1, 2, follow the hand, do, do. Fa, so, fa, la, do, ti, do, so, mi, ti, ti, so, 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 ti, do. Well, Obi, forgive me on those. This is a unique situation. So anyway, there is our fall to hand, and next video you're going to have the next part of the lesson. We'll see you soon.